There's a moment in life when you got to stop waiting for the right time. That moment is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when it's convenient, not when the fear goes away. Your time is now. You've been sleeping on your greatness for too long. You've been doubting your purpose, looking around for signs when the sign is you. You keep waiting for someone to give you permission, but you don't need permission to be powerful. You don't need approval to become who you were born to be. Stop standing at the edge, watching others win while your dreams collect dust. Let me tell you something. Every second you waste, someone else is grinding. Every excuse you make is a moment lost forever. This life, it doesn't rewind. You don't get reruns. You get one shot, one opportunity to step up, show out, and give everything you've got. So stop negotiating with your future. Stop settling for comfort when your destiny demands courage. You weren't built to be average. You weren't born to be background noise. You were made to shake the world. It's time to rise. It's time to show the world what happens when unstoppable belief meets unshakable discipline. Raise and thrive. Own your story. Take the shot. Make the move. Burn the excuses. Build the legacy. Because your time isn't coming. Your time is here. Most people die with their dreams because they wait for the perfect moment. Let's be real. There's no perfect moment. There's now or never. Life isn't going to pause until you feel ready. You've got to act while you're scared, while you're unsure, while you're uncomfortable. The champions, they don't wait. They move. They act. They execute. You're not behind. You're just waiting when you should be moving. Burn the hesitation. Today is your breakthrough moment. Nobody is going to hand you your dream. No one's going to say, here, it's your time. You got to claim it. You got to believe in yourself so hard, so loud, so consistently that the world has no choice but to listen. It's time to stop asking, can I, and start declaring, I will. Stand up and say, I don't need permission to show up. I am the permission. You're the author of this story. Write it with fire. Every excuse you tell yourself is a lie. Your future self has to suffer for it. I'm too tired. I'm too broke. I'm too busy. All of that, it's noise. It's mental clutter. While you justify your delay, someone else is taking your spot. Someone else is running laps around your excuses. When you stop making excuses, your vision gets clear. Your hustle gets sharp. Your power gets real. Excuses build walls. Discipline breaks them. You weren't created to just get by. You weren't born to just pay bills and die. You were made to thrive, to lead, to impact. But too many of us are stuck in survival mode, going through life like zombies, just existing. That ends now. You've got untapped greatness in your soul, potential that's waiting to erupt. It's not enough to survive. You're built to rise. You're built to shine. You're built to lead. Let's clear this up. Talent isn't the reason people win. Obsession is. You got to be obsessed with growth, obsessed with becoming better, obsessed with execution. You can't casually chase success. You can't halfway hustle. This ain't a hobby. It's your life. People with half your talent are living your dream because they showed up like their life depended on it. If you want to thrive, get obsessed with the process. You have two choices, build a legacy or stay comfortable. But you can't do both. Legacy calls, it demands sacrifice. It demands late nights, early mornings, rejection, setbacks, and pain. But the payoff, eternal. Comfort is temporary. Legacy is forever. When you choose purpose over pleasure, when you fight for meaning over ease, you step into power. Your name will echo, not because you had it easy, but because you rose when others hid. How many dreams have died because someone said it's not the right time? How many lives are stuck on pause, waiting for the green light that never comes? Let me say this loud so you feel it in your chest. The right time is a myth. You keep telling yourself, once I get my money right, once I feel more confident, once I have more time. But let me tell you something. There will always be a reason to wait. Your fears will always dress up as logic. Your doubt will always disguise itself as caution. But fear doesn't pay bills. Doubt doesn't build empires. And waiting is the fastest way to waste your potential. You don't need more time. You need more courage. You don't need perfect conditions. You need relentless action. Winners don't move when the weather's perfect. They move in the storm. They build in the chaos. They run when they're scared because they understand this. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll wait forever. You want change? Then make the uncomfortable decision now. You want growth? Then take the risk now. You want that next level? Then move while your knees are shaking, while your voice trembles, while your vision isn't clear. Because clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from moving. You grow in the process. You evolve in the fire, and you earn confidence by doing what scares you. Let the world sleep. Let the doubters doubt. Let fear scream. But you move. Because while the rest wait for the calendar to be kind, you're making every second count. You're not waiting for permission. You're giving yourself the green light. This is your time, not next month, not next year. Now, today is the only promise you've got. So don't waste it sitting on a dream. You don't need more time. You need more faith in what's inside you. Why are you still waiting for someone to co-sign your dream? Why are you waiting for validation from people who don't even believe in themselves? Let me break it to you gently, but truthfully, you don't need their permission to be powerful. Stop living like somebody else has the keys to your destiny. You keep asking, am I good enough? You keep waiting for the green light, but you are the green light. Nobody's coming to tell you it's your time. Nobody's showing up to hand you your crown. If you're going to rise, you got to do it without applause. If you're going to be great, you got to do it without approval. Because real success doesn't come to those who are liked. It comes to those who are relentless. You think the greats asked for permission before they took the first step? No, they moved while people laughed. They worked while people talked. They believed when no one else did. That's what greatness requires. Not perfection, not applause, not comfort, but conviction. You got a fire in your chest that this world needs. But as long as you wait for people to clap, that fire stays small. Here's the truth. Most people can't see your vision because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. So stop shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. Stop silencing your voice to make others comfortable. Your future is too loud to whisper. Your gift is too heavy to carry with doubt. Give yourself permission to dream louder. Give yourself permission to outwork, outgrow, and outshine the version of you that's settled. You're not here to fit in. You're here to lead, to break generational curses, to rewrite the story, to shift the room when you enter. So what if they don't believe in you? So what if they call you crazy? That crazy idea could be the next empire. That passion they don't understand, that's your superpower. You don't need their belief, you need your own. Walk in your truth like it's already done. Speak your vision like it's already real. Move like the world is already watching, because one day it will be. And when they ask how you did it, tell them, I stopped waiting. I started claiming. I gave myself permission to be great. Every excuse you make is stealing from your future. Every time you say later, your destiny gets delayed. And here's the part no one wants to hear. Your excuses sound good, but they're killing your greatness. You say you're tired. You say you don't have enough time. You say you're not ready yet. But the truth is, you've gotten comfortable lying to yourself. You've rehearsed those excuses so many times, you've started to believe them. But belief in a lie doesn't make it truth. And right now, while you're explaining why you can't, someone with less talent, less time, and more problems is doing exactly what you said was impossible. Listen to me. Excuses are the chains that keep lions in cages. You've got potential that could shake nations, but as long as you keep hiding behind, I'm not ready, you'll never see it. Potential is nothing without discipline. Dreams are worthless without execution. And excuses are the graveyard of greatness. People don't rise because they have more resources. They rise because they get resourceful. They find a way, they push through, they choose action over anxiety. They stop blaming their past and start building their future. You got every reason to succeed, but you're choosing to focus on the reasons you might fail. Flip the script. Start saying, I will find a way. Start saying, I will show up anyway. Start saying, I don't need perfect, I just need purpose. Because the truth is, your life is going to reflect what you tolerate. If you tolerate laziness, that's what you live with. If you tolerate distraction, that's what will dominate your days. But if you draw the line, if you say enough, that's when your comeback begins. Stop giving power to your limitations. Stop making excuses sound noble. There's nothing noble about letting your gift die unused. There's nothing honorable about playing small when you were built for more. So the next time that excuse shows up, talk back to it. The next time your brain says, I can't, respond with, watch me. The next time comfort calls your name, remind it that you're chasing greatness, not ease. This is war, not with the world, but with the voice inside that keeps trying to negotiate your potential. Silence it, starve it, and show the world what happens when a human being decides to stop lying and start living. You weren't born just to wake up, pay bills, and die. You weren't created to go through the motions like a robot. You're not here just to survive. You're here to thrive. Some of you have been stuck in survival mode for so long, you forgot what living actually feels like. You've normalized stress. You've accepted struggle like it's your birthright. But let me tell you something. Struggle is part of the process, but it's not the destination. You were built with more inside you than what your current situation shows. I know life hit you hard. I know you've been through some things, but your past is not your potential. Your pain is not your prison. Your soul is too powerful to stay stuck. You were not made to just exist. You were made to evolve. You got dreams that you've buried under responsibilities. You've got fire that you've suffocated with fear. You've got gifts that are rusting in silence because the world told you to be realistic. Realistic. Since when was greatness ever realistic? Since when did legends play it safe? You weren't designed for autopilot. You weren't created to be a background character in your own life. You got vision. You got power. You got something this world needs, but it won't happen while you're just trying to make it through the week. I'm talking to the warrior inside you, the one who dreams at night. Even though the days are hard, the one who wants more, even though everything around them says, settle. You got to reclaim your purpose. You got to shift your mindset from survive to dominate. You got to break out of the cage of comfort because comfort is killing your calling. Let the world know you're done playing small. You're done living in the shadows of your potential. You weren't made to live by default. You were made to live by design. You've got to stop saying one day and start saying today. Because the only way to step into the life you were born for is to stop tolerating the one you settled for. You want purpose? Then wake up with intention. You want impact? Then speak like your voice matters. You want to thrive? Then show up like you've already won. Because when you move like you're chosen, when you grind like you're called, and when you act like the crown is already yours, that's when survival turns into success. Talent is overrated. You think talent wins games, talent builds empires, talent creates legends. Wrong. Obsession does. Some of the most talented people in the world are broke, invisible, forgotten. Why? Because they waited on talent to carry them when what they needed was obsession to push them. Obsession wakes you up before the sun does. Obsession has you grinding when others are relaxing. Obsession doesn't care how you feel. It only cares about the mission. You don't get to the next level because you're good. You get there because you're consumed by the goal. You've got to want it so bad that it makes you uncomfortable to stay the same. You think Kobe became Kobe off talent alone. You think Beyonce built her name with just a voice. You think any top level leader, creator, or athlete made it because they were gifted. No. They made it because they were obsessed with growth. They were addicted to mastery. They were possessed by a purpose so deep. Quitting was never an option. Let me ask you something. Are you obsessed or are you interested? Because interested people try. Obsessed people train. Interested people dabble. Obsessed people sacrifice. Interested people dream. Obsessed people deliver. You don't need more talent. You need more consistency. You need to be so locked in that distractions feel like disrespect. So dialed in that average becomes unacceptable. When you're obsessed, you stop negotiating with laziness. You stop flirting with procrastination. You stop saying maybe and start saying must. This isn't a hobby. This isn't something cute you're doing on the side. This is your life. And until you treat it like it is, you'll keep getting beat by people who don't have half your skill, but they've got double your fire. That's the problem. You're waiting for motivation to show up before you move. But obsession doesn't wait. Obsession builds when it's tired. Obsession shows up when it's uninspired. Obsession makes failure feel like fuel. So what if they don't get it? So what if you get laughed at, left out, or looked over? Let them sleep. Because while they rest, you rise. While they chill, you chase. While they play, you build the life they wish they had. Forget talent. Get obsessed. You got two choices in this life, comfort or legacy. But don't get it twisted. You can't have both. Legacy demands sacrifice. Comfort requires none. Too many people are living for the weekend, dying in routine, and calling that a life. They're chasing what's easy, not what's eternal. But let me tell you something raw. Comfort is the silent killer of destiny. You don't feel it's slipping, but it's robbing you every single day. That dream you shelved because it was too risky. That vision you abandoned because it didn't fit into your 9-5 life. That purpose you buried under one day. All of it slowly dies inside your comfort zone. You weren't built to stay the same. You weren't wired to settle. You were designed for impact, to leave footprints on the earth so deep, generations after you can follow the path you blazed. But here's the truth. Legacy isn't built when it's easy. Legacy is built when you say no to sleep and yes to purpose. Legacy is built in sacrifice, in struggle, in silence, when no one is watching, because greatness doesn't need an audience. It needs commitment. And the crazy thing, your comfort zone isn't even that comfortable. It's just familiar. You complain about the same routine, the same environment, the same results, but you stay because it's safe. Let me remind you, safe doesn't create legacy. Legacy is dangerous. Legacy requires risk. Legacy says, I will hurt, I will bleed, I will lose before I quit, because what I'm building will outlive me. This world doesn't remember those who are comfortable. It remembers the ones who stood up when others sat down. It remembers the ones who sacrificed comfort for calling. It remembers the ones who weren't afraid to be different, to be loud, to be misunderstood for the sake of the mission. So you've got to ask yourself, what are you building that's bigger than you? What are you creating that your children's children will thank you for? If your name disappeared today, what would the world lose? Don't chase ease, chase eternity. Don't chase likes, chase legacy. Every early morning, every lonely grind, every sleepless night, it's not wasted. It's a brick in your legacy. So choose the hard road. Choose the path that makes your knees tremble. Because on that path, you'll meet the version of you that you were always meant to become.